Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another review. In today's video, one of the most popular small city hatchbacks, the Toyota Yaris. This particular model is not a hybrid. This one is purely petrol powered variant with a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder 125 horsepower. Big thanks to Toyota Center here in Zagreb for making this video possible. I will put all their info in the description below. Welcome back everybody. In today's video we will go through all exterior and interior details. We will check the practicality test, of course, of this Toyota Yaris. First thing first, let's talk about this exterior design with a front end design and details. Just take a look this center part on a bonnet, how everything is very sharp and sporty. This V shape above the Toyota logo, and underneath Toyota logo there is a safety radar for all the systems hidden in it. One key thing worth mentioning that Toyota now provides with the Yaris and the most of the other models, all the safety systems right from the base trim all the way to the top. This is something really nice thing from Toyota, and one thing worth mentioning. Also, this particular model comes with the upgraded LED headlights with LED daytime running lights. I will put the car on later in the video so you will see it in action, and in the lowest part we have some type of contrasting black details with a fog lamp. Moving quickly on a side profile, you can see on this particular model we have 16-inch wheels and tires. These are two-tone Toyota wheels, which looks really nice, especially with this contrasting gloss black inner section. If you spec it for let's say GR Sport model, that particular model I think comes even with the 18-inch wheels, which is really huge for such a small city hatchback. On this model also we have tinted rear windows, always something useful, especially now in the summer months, and of course interesting design of a roof with a shark antenna. Moving on a last three quarters, there are some interesting design details which you can now see in this dark gray metallic exterior. Also, this is one thing worth mentioning, a very big and let's say some type of coupe style last three quarters. And now we move to a rear end where we have full LED taillights with LED turn signals. Also, Toyota provide you with a rear parking camera, but if you wanna also you can spec it with a rear parking sensors. On a driver's side there is a Yaris badge, and of course in the center a big Toyota logo with a rear wiper. Also fuel filter cap on a driver's side. Let me know in the comment section what would be your ideal spec for the Toyota Yaris. Would you maybe go for a hybrid variant, or would you choose this purely petrol powered model? For me personally, I would go for a, let's say, a style trim option with a hybrid powertrain, because then you get dark or actually black headlining with a 17-inch wheels, and of course eCVT automatic transmission. But let me know in the comment section what you think, what would be your ideal spec for the Toyota Yaris. Now let's go and check the practicality on this Toyota Yaris, and we will start with the boot space. So to open a boot, underneath the Toyota logo you have a rubber button. You press it and you open it manually. One good thing is that this opening is relatively high for such a small city hatchback. Another great feature is that you have this plastic protective part if you need to slide some, let's say, heavier items. I don't think this should be issues. Overall, the boot capacity is around 286 liters according to official site, and I think you can easily fold down these rear seats 60-40. Overall, I think for such a small family car or a city hatchback, this is relatively fine. So now let's close this boot. The one good thing is that I can also tell you that this boot opening is pretty wide, so if you have some larger item, it can be easily fit in this boot. Also, it's relatively high, so I think it's overall it's very usable boot for a maybe small family. Now we will check the rear seats and the practicality. So this is the door opening angle of a Toyota Yaris, these rear doors. We'll talk a little bit more about the materials in design when I go and check on a passenger front seat, but just quick info, this is all finished in plastic. There is some extra storage here and of course in the lowest part. One nice feature is that you do get this electronically operated rear windows. Couple of useful and practical features. As you can see over here, we have this zip, so you can unzip this cover for the seats and you can wash it. This is something very useful and a very handy solution for such a small city car. Isofix anchor points on each side in the back, and in this particular model, as I said earlier, you have this light gray roof lining for more roomy in the cabin. Personally, I like that dark headlining because it's a little bit more sporty, but of course you can choose it whatever you like. I put this front passenger seat on, let's say, my ideal seating position. So now we will check how easy to get in and out and how much knee room I do have. This is my knee room and my foot room. To be honest, I can even put this front seat a little bit forward, but overall for me, I think there will be no issues for a small or relatively short city commute. Let's open the passenger front door. Now we'll talk a little bit more about the materials and the design. In general, design is very funky, I would say. You have some interesting design features here in the middle part and also in the upper section with this part over here, but overall this is some type of metal effect, but this is not a real metal, and there is some type of fabric in this last part where we will put your elbow. Again, extra storage in front and even larger door pockets. This is the door opening angle. As you can see, I think there will be no issues. One thing I forgot to mention, I'm about 184 centimeters tall and 80 kilograms, so just for you, so you can see how much knee, legroom and headroom I do have. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, in the back, seats are very soft, so this is something very good and worth mentioning. The seat design in the front, dark gray fabric, which I think will be more than fine to maintain. Now let's go and climb inside. This is my knee room, like I said, but I will put the seat now a little bit further in the back so you can have a greater field of view. Some really soft, I have to be honest, materials in the front, gloss black details around the air vents and more of that metal effect. This is some type of metal effect strip, similar design and approach that we saw on a door design. Extra storage in the front, and of course there is a glove box with a really slow opening. Useful features in this center part: extra storage in the back, 2 cup holders and a manual handbrake. One nice design is that this handbrake is finished in that some type of soft material. Most of the city hatchbacks, if you spec it with a manual handbrake, are finished in that robust plastic. This one is really nice to see and to grab it. Also, this is a 6-speed manual transmission. Very interesting, actually, that is actually a 6-speed manual transmission. Most of these small city cars comes now with a 5-speed manual transmission, so this is very interesting from Toyota. Also, extra storage in the front of gear lever, USB charging port and your AC climate controls. Extra storage above that, which really, if you take a look how much storage there is in this front section over here and in the front of passenger, in front of a gear knob, and in the back, it's actually a huge amount of space. If you go for a, let's say, a hybrid variant and you have eCVT automatic over here, you get I think standard electronically operated parking brake, and you get the center armrest. Welcome now from a driver's seat of a Toyota Yaris. I will put the seat a little bit further in the back so you can have a greater field of view. A classic standard Toyota 3-spoke steering wheel with it's actually very small in dimensions, which is very cool and very sporty. In front of me, couple of digital dials, and these buttons over here on a steering wheel are all physical buttons, which is great. Some media control and cruise control on a right side, and some phone operations on a left side. I think there will be no issues overall to use these features in this cabin. Some things worth mentioning: you have over here automatic lights button, and now I will show you the key. They did provide me with the key here in Toyota Center in Zagreb. This is Toyota Yaris key. I will put it over here. One interesting detail: these floor mats are actually very premium in quality. So if you option this Yaris with those nice floor mats, this will be something really nice and luxurious experience and easy to maintain. Now we will start the car. And of course, I will close the door. Just a second. I will put the volume off. And these are now the digital dials in action, as you can see. Now let's talk a little bit about this center infotainment system. If I remember correctly, this is a 7-inch in diameter. If you go with the JBL premium surround system, then you get a 9-inch center infotainment system screen actually in that particular version. Also, like I've mentioned earlier, you have a new Toyota infotainment system with a new software. Everything is in touch. It looks and feels really nice. You can check that new center infotainment system in my CHR and also my Corolla Cross videos. I will put the link in the description below. But for now, let's focus on this center infotainment system. There are some really useful shortcuts, like here some on a far left and on a right side. But most important, of course, you have your home menu and audio settings. Overall, let's just check if we don't have a navigation with this particular model, but of course you can see there is also a shortcut for the navigation. Overall, as you can see, with whichever button I press, everything is nice and relatively responsive to operate, so I don't think there will be some issues with this center infotainment system. Let's just go from a menu. There's some useful stuff for a display. You can adjust some colors and of course brightness, because we now have it's very sunny. I put the brightness on a full, but normally it's in this medium. It's on medium actually. So yeah, overall I will not go through all details, just for you so you can see it in action. It's actually pretty nice in size. It is on your ideal position when you are driving like this. You can see everything, really something useful. You have these physical buttons. Also there is this control for the volume, which is very nice. Also in front of me, digital dials. Everything is nice and crisp. A couple of interesting features: all the climate controls are actually in these three wheels in the center part. So generally speaking, in the cabin everything is where it should be. So overall usability, I think it's on a very high level. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this interior of a current generation Toyota Yaris. And for the very end, I will put the lights on and I will put the hazard lights on, so you will see it in action. And one interesting and premium feature with this Toyota Yaris, as I've said earlier, you have full LED technology in the back with LED turn signals, and if we go all around, also LEDs on a side mirrors, and now LED daytime running lights, which are indicators, and LED low beam, and you also have it in high beam. So this is the end of my exterior and interior review of a Toyota Yaris with a 1.5 liter 125 horsepower petrol engine mated to a manual transmission. Big thanks at the very end to Toyota Center here in Zagreb for making this video possible. I will put all the info in the description below if you want to check them out. And thank you so much for watching this video. Wish you all a very nice day.